Sessions and Lessons Unscripted.
Let's go.
And now your hosts, Joel and Gloria Rosario.
Hey, you're back. It's your buddy Joel Rosario, and you are listening to Sessions and Lessons Unscripted, the podcast. Here to my right, the wonderful Gloria Rosario. Hello, Gloria.
Hello. How is everybody doing today?
I hope everybody's doing all right. Hope everybody's having a good day, good week, good everything.
Yes.
Yes. So how are you, Gloria? How have you been doing? How are your days been and stuff?
Okay, I'm there. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm just blah.
Okay.
I'm just blah. That's my mood.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit blah too. I mean, I'm not bad necessarily. I think I've mentioned it in other episodes how as of late I've been having a little bit of struggles with like my anxiety, and there's just been some life situations that are kind of annoying that I mean we're working through right now. I'm working through my own issues too. But I mean the name of the game is what? To just deal with it and adapt, right?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, pretty much. Fake it till you make it. Well, I don't know. I don't know what everybody else out there thinks, but I suck at adulting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at it.
I'm a good pretender.
Oh, I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I'm a good pretender too, but I mean, that's a story we can get into in another episode. But I mean, long story short, I mean, I grew up way too fast, first of all. So it's like trying to be an adult at 15, 16, 19. Well, technically, I guess at 18, you're an adult, right?
You're not. No, I don't care what anybody says. At 18, you're still a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying.
I mean, you're still in high school. You still can't, partake in
certain things-
alcohol.
Yeah.
You're still a kid.
Yeah, but you know what? That age thing is kind of dumb, anyways, because like there's certain things you can do and then can't do. Like you have to be 21.
Right, but you can join the military,
Yeah, just like right out of high school.
or even during high school.
Yeah.
I almost joined the military at 16.
Did you really?
Yes, my mom wouldn't co-sign for it though.
I don't know. So just not to be mean, but you in the military, no.
Oh, I was a different person at 16, so.
Well, so was I.
And maybe the discipline would have done me well.
Facts. That's big facts. You could have used it.
I don't feel sorry for you. You chose this life, dear.
I sure did choose this life.
I have him fooled.
What was I thinking?
Anywho.
Yeah, so, I mean, dealing with life stuff and being an adult and adulting sucks and paying mortgages and taxes and bills suck. But it's kind of a necessary evil, right?
Tell me how you really feel.
I don't know. I'm not even, like I told you, I try to keep it real. I'm sure all of you out there would rather be on a beach somewhere or, doing something else but like adulting.
I'd rather be napping.
There you go with the napping again.
Yep.
Always napping.
Guilty.
Yeah. So this episode, we're kind of winging it, I guess. Most of the time we do anyways, but Gloria and I were talking about being introverts and extroverts and, kind of like keeping to yourself and being quiet, and how sometimes people, it's like they don't like quiet, right? So it's like, okay, it's like they're not content unless there's some kind of chaos or something.
I'm in the middle.
What do you mean?
I like
Okay,
silence.
all right. So let me pose a question to you
Mm,
then. What would you consider yourself? Would you be an introvert? Well, first of all, let's go through the definition of each, right?
mhm.
So, an introvert is a person whose personality is characterized by introversion, a typically reserved or quiet person who tends to be introspective and enjoys spending time alone. All right. And then extroverts, a person whose personality is characterized by extroversion, a typically gregarious and unreserved person who enjoys and seeks out social interaction. So, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, kind of simple terms, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Introverts are pretty much loners, and extroverts are, you know, your obnoxious coworkers. I don't know.
Well, what would I consider myself? I consider myself an introvert, especially the older I get. And there's like this common misconception that like, if you're an introvert, you're like depressed and you're kind of going through stuff and
You're antisocial.
antisocial. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, not all introverts fall under like those
No,
categories.
it's kind of it's that I would guess it's a general term
Yeah,
because everyone's different.
right. I don't know. I think I would be considered like in the middle because like if I'm around people that I like, I am like out there. I am loud. I am like
Mm,
conversing with people, goofing off, telling jokes. But once I'm done with that, like I'm done. Like I need my space, to quiet down, to kind of recenter myself.
hmm it's I don't know. I would probably have to say I'm in between two because there's some people that know me will be like, man, you're an introvert. No, not really, but I find myself more times than not kind of just wanting to be chill. Like I don't like drama. Uh I don't like fuss. I mean, I like just chill, just cool, like no nonsense, right? But then there's times where I joke around and I'm, like a huge idiot. I freaking make myself look like like a dum dum. But uh I don't know. I almost lean more towards introvert. And I mean, maybe some of my mental issues have something to do with that. It most certainly can. I mean, if you have anxiety issues or if you're socially awkward or anything like that, you're naturally gonna be an introvert.
Yeah, and another thing too is like, I mean, I can be a shy person, especially if I'm being introduced to a new situation, new people, new places.
Well, that's normal.
That's normal. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm like smack in the middle because I can go either way, But once I'm done, I'm done. Like,
Would you say it depends on your environment?
oh, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it would, right? Because if you're around people you're comfortable around and that you like, you're gonna be more outgoing. But then if it's people you really don't know, you don't want them to find out that you're a complete dum dum right away.
No, not necessarily a dum dum, but
Well, I mean, just your silliness.
yeah. And not everybody gets the full me either, if that makes sense.
I think that's very accurate for myself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
only joke
unless,
around. No, I'll joke around with certain people. I know who to be serious with.
mm,
It just depends on the situation. At least for me.
yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it depends on the situation and who you're around. But that kind of brings up another question. So, when you're an introvert, it it comes down to being comfortable either in your own skin or comfortable around other people. Like some people just aren't comfortable around people, I guess, right?
There's so many descriptions, of, in regards to like introverts. Um, it's not always necessarily that introverts are people who fall under that category. Um, it's not necessarily that. I think it's more like they connect with other people. They like having conversations. They like, talking.
Right.
But they prefer to be alone to recharge.
Which is fine.
That's fine, And that's another thing I find out, I found out about myself as like I've gotten older. It's like I crave silence.
That is true. The older I get, the less, like you're too old, too
No.
old for this stuff. You know what I
No,
mean?
not necessarily too old either. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but when I had my own place before we got married and, I moved in and all that stuff, there's like a silence when like nobody is home. And it's like dead silent, and it's so silent that your ears kind of tend to ring every so often because it's so quiet. I love that silence, like that quietness that like helps me relax and stuff.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I don't think it's like, like I said, necessarily depression and like you're antisocial or
So I
anything
mean,
like that.
yeah, I mean, there's kind of negatives and positives on both sides. Because, like, say for an introvert, like we were just saying, it's like an anxiety thing, or like you, you don't have good self-esteem, or like whatever, right? So like you naturally kind of stay in your little shell because you don't want to
Right.
leave yourself out and get
Yeah.
hurt. But and then on the other side of the coin, introverts usually are more kind of deep thinking and have really good conversations, and very reflective.
In silence, like quiet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing necessarily.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
I mean, I guess being an extrovert is kind of on the same. I mean, there's issues there too, like negative and positive, because
Oh,
like extroverts sometimes,
can be obnoxious.
yeah, and then I mean, everyone I'm sure knows people like this that they just want attention, and they got to be the highlight of the room, the smartest person in the room, whatever. I mean, I'm sure everyone out there listening knows people like this, and that's not that's kind of on the cocky side, like um, what's the word I'm looking for, Gloria? Um, it's just not to me. It's not on the positive. So and then on the positive side of being an extrovert, you meet new people, you experience things.
Your conversations flow more easily.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you got to kind of look at it both ways. So I mean, really, if you now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I would almost want to say everybody has kind of a little bit of both, right? Because I'm sure, like, well, unless you drink like 5 monsters a day and you like bounce around the walls, I have no idea. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like everyone has qualities of an introvert and an extrovert.
No, but there are some people that are definitely 199% extroverts.
Okay.
Um,
So would you say they have no, for lack of a better term, they have no chill?
no chill. Um, I don't know if it's that. It's just it varies. There are some people that are just like the color. The you said they're bright, they're like all over the place, they're bouncing off the walls. Um,
But I think it's a fine line between being obnoxious and being like a bubbly person, like positive, like, hey, I like this guy's attitude or whatever.
right.
Because to me, it's a fine line, right? Because you have people that are out there and real friendly, and they put themselves out there, and you're like, oh, I really like this person. And then you got somebody that's kind of out there and friendly, but too friendly, and just like, okay, like,
Calm down.
yeah, calm down. So it's a weird, like, it's kind of a weird thing.
I don't think it's weird. It's just, it's all right to be whoever you are, whether you're introvert, extrovert.
That is true.
Assumptions come on both sides of whether you're an introvert or an extrovert.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
it's all about assumptions. We assume things when we meet people.
True.
I think that a lot of people too find it hard to start conversations.
I think. I
You
mean, I
know,
think that's normal.
that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And it's more when introverts don't necessarily have that issue. Like they may or may not, but as there on the days where I'm like an introvert, like I don't mind having like conversations.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're totally shut down.
No, I'm not like a
No.
hermit crab, in the room.
Wow, hermit crabs. That brings up a good little side thing. When I met Gloria, she was way into hermit crabs, which I thought was really interesting and kind of cute, I guess. But then, like, I've never really seen a hermit crab. I mean, I've seen a hermit crab,
Uh-huh.
but I've never like had a hermit crab as a pet. And then, like, I don't know if anyone out there has ever seen it or has had hermit crabs, but you put like shells in there and then they changed from one shell to the other when they outgrow the one.
Oh,
It was kind of interesting.
they are the coolest pets. If you properly take care of them, they will live a really, really long time.
I would say they're kind of introverts,
Oh, for sure.
hermit crabs.
But at the same time, they do better off in communities
Yeah, that is true.
because they're communal
Yeah,
animals. It's
yeah.
a communal. They can interchange,
You want to have at
shells.
least two of them if you have them as pets.
Yeah. It was I've had them throughout my life,
Right.
and I think they're like the coolest pets. Like I don't know,
No,
just
they were cool. I thought they were cool.
yeah.
They're kind of freaky when they come out of their shell, though.
No, and the thing is, it's like I give them names, like I make up their little lives and stuff. It's kind of weird, but Do you want me to tell you the names of my favorite ones?
Okay, yes, I would like to hear this.
Okay, so it's kind of gross, but I had one called herpes.
Wow.
Yeah, I called it herpes because it was purple
Okay.
and it was a crab. Get it? But
Yeah.
yeah,
Horrible.
it's a horrible. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had herpes, and then I had well, I no. Let me rectify that. I did not
Please
have
tell
herpes.
me it's not chlamydia.
No.
Herpes simplex.
And the other one was crabby.
Okay,
Dun.
that's a good one.
Okay, but let me clarify. Me, did not have herpes. The crab's name was herpes. Okay, let's get that
I don't know.
right.
I think this just fell right off the rails.
A
Wow.
wrong turn.
What happened? Please, guys, don't turn us off.
No, I don't have herpes.
Yeah, we don't have herpes anymore. What is going on here?
So sad when it passed. So I was.
Well, and if you lose a pet, it's sad, of course.
I don't know. I think I've been thinking about maybe getting a hermit crab, but we already have a zoo going in the house anyway. So
Yeah, we got what? We got the dog and
6 cats.
no, yeah, 6. You figure
6.
mama and the 5 babies,
Yeah.
which are doing very well.
Yes, they are.
But I don't know how we will fit that.
Wow, that took a wrong turn.
Yes, very wrong. So allow me to get us back on track.
Alrighty, here we go.
So I don't think either way is wrong. Being an introvert or an extrovert, but however, I do think there's things you kind of got to deal with if you're one way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, being an introvert, there's going to be some sort of like maybe your self-esteem is low, your self-worth isn't, up there. Maybe you were bullied a lot when you were a kid and you were afraid to put yourself out there because people are going to bully you or think something of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Right.
So, yeah, naturally, some people are just more quiet, but then at the same time, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
And that's the thing, too. You never know why somebody is the way that they are.
Right.
So just be nice to everybody.
Yeah, that's really all you gotta
And if you don't
do.
want to be nice, at least just,
Mind your own business.
yeah, mind your business, man.
Right, mind your own business. So on the flip side, being an extrovert, same thing. I mean, maybe you got bullied and that's your way of lashing out. So you're so like way out there, or you were ignored a lot when you were a kid or, a young adult. So you're like forcing people to pay attention to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's good and bad to mostly everything. But there's that's just something to think about when you know about that being introverts and extroverts.
Yeah.
And you know what? Think now that I think about it, and one thing that annoys me, and it's kind of a pet peeve or whatever, and I'm sure people listening out there have gone through this. When you get into your introvert mode and you just wanna chill, no drama, people just wanna bother you more.
They gravitate to you more.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
I had that happen to me one time at a party.
Uh-huh.
Um so I don't know why this chick, I'd never seen her before in my life. And she was I was so I was temporarily not colorblind, but I would see different colors differently. Like,
Hmm.
I would see something as orange, but it'd be coral, or I'd see red as orange. And it had to do with like the head injury that I had for a while.
Right.
It's corrected itself over time, but there was I was wearing a dress and I thought it was coral, but it was orange.
Hmm.
And this one girl comes up to me and she's like super loud and in my face, like, "Oh my God, your dress is so nice." And I was
Right.
like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I was like, she's like, "Oh my God, are you an introvert?" And I was like, "What? Why are you bringing this up like in a party?" She's like, "Oh my God, I love, talking to introverts. It's so much fun to like bring out your
Oh,
personality." And I was like, "Chick, I have a personality. I just choose to like be quiet." And then she started arguing with me about the color of my dress, and it was like such a petty thing.
really?
And it was just like all I wanted to do was just be left alone. But, it was a family party,
But
so
and then why is it you become the jerk when you like basically kind of like try to brush them off or whatever, right? Like you
I don't
become
know
the
if it's
jerk.
like an extrovert thing, like, oh, I have to bring, like,
I don't know.
dude, I'm not like your pet. You don't have to like
Yeah, like why do you need to draw out my
my personality, like chill out.
yeah.
But yeah, that was weird. Anywho,
But I mean, I think sometimes like with myself, I don't even know where I'm at sometimes because sometimes I could be like, say for example, being an extrovert, right, joking around and trying to be funny and make people laugh, and we're having a good conversation, you know, busting each other's chops or whatever. But then you slide into the introvert, and you want to keep to yourself, and then it's like, what's wrong with this guy?
why are you so sad? Why are you depressed?
Yeah.
What's wrong? And it's like, I just want to be alone for a minute. Just let me, let
Right.
me,
It's like you
yeah.
can't go like out there all the time, right?
No, not at all. At least me, I'm speaking for myself. Um, have you ever thought about like if being like an introvert at times has cost you like friendships or potential friendships or
Yes,
relationships with people?
absolutely.
You do?
And I'll tell you why. Well, personally, for myself, I think I fall in the category um, where not on. How should I say this? I sometimes I just like to sit and reflect and just take things in, contemplate things, kind of, you know, figure out the meaning of life or whatever. But a lot of my introversion is that I don't like to put myself out there,
Right.
and I'm afraid to get hurt or screwed over because I've been burned a lot. And so I've alienated people, and even now, I don't. And I mean, I admit this. I mean, here to everybody listening, I don't see myself as being a good friend or a good brother or a good son. I don't. I there's a lot. We'll talk about it in another episode, but I don't. And I've gotten better. Just I'm not trying to bring anything down here, but that's just kind of how I see myself. And yes, that affected relationships because I would rather, there's a saying, I mean, it's in Spanish too, but you're better alone, but than with bad company, right? So, I mean, and I'm not saying that those people are bad company at all. People I've run into or have befriended over the years and stuff. And if any of you out there are listening to this, is not what I'm saying. I mean, and it's because without putting yourself out there, there's no drama, if that makes any sense.
I understand that.
So I would say that, yes, being an introvert has affected certain relationships in my life. So I would totally say that.
You would totally
Yeah, I
agree
would
with
totally
that?
say
Yeah.
that. Because let's face it, if you were an extrovert, you're always in people's faces. My parents would probably be trying to get rid of me instead of not barely seeing me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you're an extrovert, it'd be the exact opposite.
No, but I think that's different though, because like that, the part with like your parents, your brother, your friends, that's more of like an emotional like trauma.
Yeah, I mean,
It's different than being introverted. And that's what I was talking
mm,
about, that people were sometimes confusing like emotional issues with introverts.
but see, that's what I was saying though.
Right.
I think it's not one and the same, but
No.
it can be. It's kind of intertwined. That's why I'm saying when people, if you guys, talk to your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, family members, and then conversations about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's there can be mental or some sort of issue that's intertwined into it, right? It's like, uh, I think you can. I mean, I think you can separate it,
Hmm.
right? Like, you can improve your self esteem and still be an introvert, or you could still improve your self worth and still be an introvert. You can improve your relationships, with your family
Yeah.
or your whoever,
Hmm.
and still be an introvert.
Right.
But then that same those same issues can cause you to be an introvert, if
Hmm.
that makes any
No,
sense.
and that's what I was getting at
Right.
before. There's emotional stuff, and then there's just, that's how your personality is.
Right, right.
And that's the difference. And that's what I think, well, I've seen and I've read a lot about, both introverts and extroverts.
Hmm.
And I kind of, one of the things that kind of popped out to me was that, you know, um, emotional issues aren't always attached to, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Sometimes it's just like your personality,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I mean you're just built that way.
Yeah,
That's how you're wired.
right.
This person's always quiet, or this person's
Loud,
loud. I mean, it's just kind of their humanity.
right.
That's how they are. But I mean, so bottom line, guys, you be you. Just be who you are. If you're a more reserved person, you're shy, whatever, it's okay. If you're a friendly person and you're kind of out there, you're quirky and, kind of in your face, that's fine. I mean, just keep your distance. But either one is fine. But keep in mind the issues that can be intertwined in there. Wouldn't you say?
I agree with that. it's every person is different. Like I said,
Everyone is
everybody's
different.
different. So
So, I mean, as much as we're alike, we're all different.
yeah, uniqueness.
Yeah, but that's that story with the girl that was, oh, I love talking to introverts. I like to bring them out. I mean, maybe her heart was in the right place. I mean, I honestly would probably be a little annoyed.
Oh, I was very annoyed. I was very
It's like I'm at a
annoyed.
party just chilling.
Yeah, and just I don't know. I I find it that when I go to parties, like I'm there for 10 minutes and it's like, okay, I'm done. Like, let's go home.
I don't, I couldn't tell you the last time I was like at a party. I'm trying to think. Well,
Well, the thing is that we
I've
do
been
get
to,
invited to things. Like I get invited to stuff all the time, and it's just like, no. Well, I'm more of a homebody now as
well,
I've
I am
gotten
too.
older.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you older folks out there, same thing. It's like you work all day and you're tired and you don't want to go nowhere. Like
And
once you get in the house, you stay in the house.
right. Remember when our parents used to like force us to come inside and take naps and do all that stuff, and now as an adult, at least for
I
me, I
don't
don't know
think
about
I ever got told to take a. Well, I don't know. I remember those days though. I'm
yeah,
sure a lot of people out there remember. You're out there till like the street lights come on, and then your mom's screaming,
for you to come
"Joe
home.
Nazario, get in the house."
That's what she sounds like.
No, no. Sorry, mom.
But no, it's different. As I've gotten older, like, my activities, my friends, my all that stuff is changing all the time, constantly. And I find comfort in just kind of hanging out at home.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Especially the older you get, it's like you don't want to be. Well, especially nowadays where everything costs way too much. I mean,
Not only that, it's just like I have a mortgage. I don't want to like
yeah, isn't that something? Like when you're younger, you want to be out all the time, but then once you start paying for the place you live in,
you don't want to go anywhere.
you're like,
And it's not necessarily a
uh,
financial thing. It's just like why? I'm paying to live here. Like no.
it's like I'm paying good money to stay here. It's like I'm not going anywhere. That's very true.
That is very true. And
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
man, it's amazing to me, like, because we were talking about adulting and stuff. Like when we were kids, it's like we don't know any better, right? So, like for example, I'd be in the store with my mom and dad, and it's like, hey, can we get this cereal? Or hey, can we get this? No, and no, we put that back. And then it's like you realize later they're trying to keep the bills paid. And you know what I mean? And then it's funny too because I know with us, when we didn't get certain stuff, we'd get kind of mad, right? Like, we never get anything, and it's like, yeah, dumb. It's like we're trying to keep the lights on, you
Do you
know?
want that GI Joe, or do you want to
Yeah. Do you want that
come home,
Batman
or
figure?
do you want to come home to a heated house in the middle of a Chicago winter?
No
You
kidding.
decide.
And back then, we actually had a winter. But yeah, and then when I lived with my mom, when I moved to Puerto Rico, and I lived with my parents, there's just certain things I kind of never really thought about that kind of it sounds kind of stupid, but that dawned on me, right? Like, well, they they did what they did because they're trying to raise their two boys and trying to keep them fed and
Yeah, it
clothed.
wasn't
And
always personal.
no, it's like, yeah, put the Captain Crunch back. We got to pay them. We got to pay the rent.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I appreciate now what my parents have done, and like I'm super grateful for it. Um, Even though things didn't go great for a while, but it's I totally appreciate them, and I'm grateful for what they did. You know what I mean? I totally am. Your perspective changes when you get older.
It sure does, especially like I said, when you start paying your own bills and have a mortgage and car payments and the utility bills and all that, you realize like, man, it wasn't that they were always crabby. It was just they were just trying to survive.
Yeah, no kidding. And then like my parents were hardworking people. I mean, they saved up their money. They ended up buying a house and getting cars when newer cars, whatever. But um, I still suck at adulting.
Yes. And things are so much more expensive now. Like, it's not an excuse, or how people say, like, oh,
Well, no, a lot of people are broke.
right. And
Yeah.
it's not like, it doesn't help that eggs are what? How much are they?
I don't even know. I haven't eaten eggs in
A week?
no. Has it been? I don't even know. I don't eat them
Saturdays
as
and Sundays.
yeah, but we regularly don't eat them like we used to.
No. Well, Sam's Club makes it a lot easier.
It does, but yeah, I think everyone out there is kind of feeling the hurt a little
No,
bit.
for sure. People are just, it's a different time period from when our parents grew up. Just think about how much gas has gone up. And, from the time I remember one summer when I started driving, my mom was freaking out because gas was like, it went up to like $4.
Yeah.
And I was like 16, 17 at the time. And now you look at gas prices and it's like
Well, isn't in California like $7-8 a
oh,
gallon?
that's California. Everything's more expensive over there.
I still want to visit California.
Yeah.
That didn't sound too well, we can cross that off of the to-do list.
To-do list. There's 1,000 other places I can think of that I'd rather be.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I mean, if anything, guys, I guess taking anything you take away from the discussion, it would be it's totally okay to be an introvert or an extrovert. But my personal opinion is kind of, I mean, you don't have to always think about it, but think about why you're hiding or why you're putting yourself in a shell or shielding yourself. Think, ask yourself, why am I in this guy's face all the time? Like, is there some kind of uh, background thing that maybe you got to work on? But I mean, either way, it's okay. We're all humans. We're all different. We all have different personalities. We, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what makes the world go around, right? Everybody's different.
Yeah. If everybody was the same, it's the old cliche. It'd be so boring.
Would be weird if everyone was the same.
Yeah.
Everyone looked the same, act the same. Even thinking about it's like, ugh, like gross.
Gross.
I'm trying to think of any like kind of goofy, funny. I don't know.
I have a joke.
Oh, okay. Lay it on us. What's the joke?
Okay, so what's the difference between an introvert and an extrovert?
What?
An extrovert wouldn't understand because it's an inside joke.
Wah, wah, wah.
But get it? Introvert,
That was not very good.
inside. Yeah.
That was not good at all. Where did you get that?
I'll
The
see.
internet?
I'll see myself out now. Thank you.
No, we don't want you to leave. Nobody wants, right? Everybody, nobody wants her to leave.
Well, anywho, what are the ongoings?
Say what?
What are the goings ons? Like, what are we doing?
I am gonna give you a joke.
Ah, okay.
So how about this one? Why don't introverts ever play hide and seek?
Bye.
Because they have been hiding since the party started.
That's not funny.
Why not?
I find that a little bit
Cringy.
I feel attacked.
You feel attacked. All right, so I don't know. I guess we could. For some reason, I'm thinking of the awkwardness of when Gloria and I met. So, did we talk? I think we talked about our first date before.
Yeah.
Where you were at the wrong parking lot. I'm not gonna lie. I was freaking scared. I was.
You're such a weenie.
Yes. I shouldn't say scared. I was nervous because I don't know you. It's like you're a new person.
That was kind of awkward because, well, not awkward. I don't want to say awkward. That's the wrong word. Um, it was a different situation. It's funny. As kids and, young adults and teenagers, we were always told, don't talk to strangers on the internet. Don't meet them. Don't, and here I am on a Facebook dating app and meeting up with someone.
But that's the new way of meeting people, right? Online.
But I had never done it before. Well, I mean, that's not true.
Honestly, I was always, for years and years and years, a loner, and I never really went to like parties and like socialized. Which, I mean, that's the old way of doing it, right? You go out and you socialize. But I never did. I was never socialized with anyone.
Hmm. Well, I'm different. I think I was more extroverted when I was younger. Like, I would just want to be all over the place and just talking to everybody. And
I was pretty much an introvert until maybe high school. I mean, I wasn't a complete, like, you know, super shy, never talk or anything. But I think I got more out there at the older I got, probably more in high school.
right.
But then it's funny because then it kind of went backwards. I regressed.
Mm.
So I started to break out of my shell. And then with all the issues and whatnot, I kind of went back, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. I don't know. Like I said, I think I was more extrovert when I was, younger, especially like my high school years
Mhm.
and my, early adulthood. I was pretty outgoing and all over the place. But like I said, as I've gotten older, I just don't want to deal with things. Just like quiet.
That's very true. It's like you come home from work and it's like, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times where you want to do stuff, but then it's like you look at the door and it's like, nah,
No.
I'm not going back
And then
out.
some people don't know how to act nowadays. Like,
Shoot, I don't even really like stopping on the way home.
no, I hate,
Like when you got to
especially,
run errands.
yeah, I hate running errands. Like, after, like, maybe 3 p.m., I don't like to run errands. I try to do it as much as I can during the daytime while people are at work or super early in the morning. Like, for instance, laundry, right? We have a
Uh,
washer and dryer at home. So it's like, but during the week, I don't always have time to do laundry. So what's my solution? Instead of spending a whole day doing laundry, I go to the laundromat.
That's what I do.
You know,
I mean, the machines are bigger. You just throw everything in there.
right. Instead of like 6 hours doing
Yeah,
laundry, you spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do like
right.
laundry. Where was I
Same.
going with this?
I don't even. I don't even know. I mean, I'm still thinking about the whole herpes thing.
Can we let that go? I don't want to
I don't
delete
get
that.
that. I don't get that. No, we're not deleting that.
Oh, man.
But I just hope people don't stay away now. They come back. You won't catch anything. I promise.
Because nobody has anything. It was my crab's name, dude. Let it go.
Now we got cats and dogs.
Where was I going with the laundry story? I just kind of poof
I don't know.
disappeared. Whatever.
It wasn't meant to be.
No. Let's move on.
It was not meant to be.
I'm embarrassed.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. We're all family here. Yeah, God knows I've been embarrassed a lot throughout my life.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you that you're willing to admit?
Oh man, I could write a book on embarrassing things I've done. I don't know. I was pretty reckless, so let's see. I think the most embarrassing thing that happened to me, um, I was
That you're willing to talk about.
that I'm willing to talk about. Okay, so
So don't put yourself out there if you don't want to.
no, I was we had gone out to eat with my mom on one of the rare occasions. It was my mom and my two brothers and I. And my mom had bought me, I guess, what are those things called? They were overalls, but they
Oh,
were,
bib overalls.
yeah, but it was like a dress type of
Mm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I don't know why I unhooked the top because I had to go to the restroom. And on coming out, I forgot to put the hooks back in, right?
Mm.
So as I'm walking from the bathroom to where my mom is sitting, my little my my little jumper, I guess, kind of slid down,
Oh boy.
and I was in my skivvies in the middle of a KFC.
Oh
And
my
I think that was
gosh.
the most embarrassing thing.
How old were you?
Oh man. Um must have been, I don't know, 7, 8? I was
Oh,
little.
you were little.
But that's like I still remember that with embarrassment.
Okay. Let me see. Like I said, a bunch of embarrassing stuff that I mean, I guess I have no shame, right? So, um, embarrassing. I I'm like this. People may think that I try not to gross people out, but here we go. So I was in first grade. Okay, first grade, and there was a period of time where they let you play. Right? It's like one of my favorite toys in first grade. It was, I don't know if anyone out there remembers this toy. It was like building blocks, kind of, but then it came with marbles, and then you would put the marble in there, and then it would, like, you know go down the blocks like the way you set them up.
Right, right.
So there was like a channel in the blocks,
Mhm.
and then you would put the little orange marble, and then it would just like travel through the thing the way you built it. I
Yeah.
just thought that was the coolest thing. Anyways, don't ask me why, but I was sitting on the floor with this thing building my little tracks,
Okay.
and there just happened to be a bottle of glue off to the side. So what did Joel Rosario do? Picked up the bottle of glue and started putting it up to his nose.
Oh man. Okay.
So the teacher freaked out and just like instantly, hey, which caused you know, my little self to jump and get scared because I didn't expect him to do that.
You told me this story before.
And let's just say, I had to go to the bathroom right after.
Did your parents have to bring clothes afterwards?
I don't remember. I think so, but I don't remember.
I just thought of something. I have 2 more, and then I think I'm done
Okay.
exposing my embarrassing moments.
All right.
So it was in junior high,
Mm.
right? And we had my gym teacher was cool. Her name was Miss Fisher.
Mm.
I liked her, but anyways, um, she we got into trouble or we did something stupid, so like she punished everybody and we had to do sit-ups, right? So I'm on the floor, I'm counting 1, 2, 3,
Mm.
and it was like dead silent, right? We're all focusing on like the push-ups, or no, not the push-ups, the sit-ups. And as I went to sit up,
Oh boy.
I farted so loud, and it was in the gym.
So it echoed.
It echoed like it was like pop, 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 pop.
Oh my gosh.
I was so embarrassed, and the teacher, she got so pissed. She thought that I was like goofing around and stuff. I was like, no, man, it came out like in an accident. So
Speaking of flatulence, that reminds me of another. Well, wouldn't say it's embarrassing,
uh-huh.
but I mean, it was funny. Anyways, I was in 8th grade and was sitting in class. It was lunchtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just sat at our desk and we ate, right? The school that I went to. It wasn't like a cafeteria or anything. So we had those old wood desks with the wood seats.
Yeah.
I unleashed the most loudest, just vile sound against the wooden chair. Just imagine. The whole room just erupted with laughter. So did I, because, I mean, farts are funny, let's face it, okay?
Especially when you're a kid.
Especially when you're a kid.
Man.
Everyone's laughing. I mean, it was, and people are like, hey, that was a good one. But then the teacher didn't think it was so funny. So what happens? He gave me detention for it. And then he made me sit downstairs after school.
Mhm.
But then he had to call my dad up to tell him why I'm staying. Well, it was either that or my dad was coming to pick me up and I wasn't coming out. And he's like, why is this kid not coming out here? We got to go.
Yeah.
So he's like, what's going on here? And my teacher, it was funny because he got like embarrassed to tell my dad why I'm sitting there.
Huh?
So basically he told him what happened. He was trying to be all like, well, he was disrupting class. And first of all, we're on lunch. It's not a class. We're not in class. So then my dad's looking at him like, are you serious? Like, and my dad just looked at me like, get up. We're leaving. Like, I can't believe you're holding him here for this. So I ended up, but of course I heard about it when I got home or on the way home, like, oh, you're not at school to blah, blah, blah. It's like, relax. It was lunchtime.
It was a fart.
Yeah.
We all do it.
It's like, oh my gosh.
So I do have one more.
All right, one more
and then I'm done. So again, I don't know what it was about 7th grade, but it was like the most awkward time. I think it's like that for everybody, right?
My child was awkward.
Transitioning from like elementary school to high school, that like middle period.
Yeah, it was weird, yeah.
So we were sitting in class and there was these two girls, or they were friends or whatever. They always sat together. And the teacher, I guess, got annoyed because they would just keep talking and talking. So they moved me and this other girl. So the girls wouldn't be sitting close together. And I remember I had my allergies. And I have really bad allergies, especially around that time. And we were working on a project together. So they counted us off. And she happened to be my partner for this one particular project. And I remember that like I sneezed. And I sneezed so hard and so fast that like I didn't have time to like cover my mouth or anything. So I ended up giving this girl a sneeze shower. Like I totally sneezed on her. That's not even the worst part.
What could be the worst part?
There was a booger, not a booger, but snot, from like the allergies that came out.
Okay, I want to apologize to everybody out there.
We're talking
like,
about
why are we
embarrassing
listening
moments.
to
No,
this?
listen, we're talking about embarrassing moments. Let me
Talking
finish
about
my
farts
story.
and boogers.
No, a snot was on this girl's like pencil case.
That's
like it was like a bag, but it was clear. I could clearly see it from where I was sitting from. She, I guess, was more concerned about like that I basically gave her a shower. She was so grossed out, she got up to go to the bathroom. And I got up real quick and I went to the, the front of the class and there was tissue and I just kind of cleaned it real quick. I don't know if she noticed it or not, but she never like looked at me after that. I mean, whatever.
I wouldn't even go near you.
No, it was an accident though. Like, whatever.
Oh, I mean, it happens, but I still wouldn't go near you.
No.
Whatever. Stay away from me, Gloria.
I'll sneeze on you too. Come here.
All right, guys, we're gonna leave it there. Yeah, so don't forget to visit the website. It is sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. Go there to find updates on the podcast, actual clips of the podcast, a bunch of different stuff. Like we try to incorporate stuff that we talk about in there. Things we share, we share what we talk about, stuff like that. Funny pictures that we've come across or talked about or whatever. So give us a visit at the website at sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. And please, if you have a question, you got a comment, anything, feel free. The email is sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. You can find us on the socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the good ones. And don't forget to give us a visit there and engage, and we'll for sure engage back. So yeah, we're gonna leave it here. I want to thank you again. I appreciate you guys listening, and spread the word. Let other people know about us. You have anything to add, Gloria?
Have a good week, you guys. I hope you guys take care of yourselves and, have your snacks, drink a buttload of coffee.
Yes.
And try to pace yourself for the rest of the whatever you're going through.
Yeah, but everything in moderation, people. Everything in moderation.
Except the coffee.
Well, yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
All right, guys.